What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the Evil Genius Network with everybody's favorite crazy cousin, me, Pepper, the misunderstood evil genius. You are watching Spoiler Alert. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. This week we have a double header. This week's first movie on Spoiler Alert is The Edge of Tomorrow, starring Tom Cruise. Hey, the acting and casting was cool in this. There was only like 12 people in the movie, but I mean, I don't think Tom Cruise has ever had a shitty role. He's just had shitty movies. So, whatever. Plot was your usual Tom Cruise summer movie plot. The aliens about to take over the world, humanity, and try to enslave us humans, and we got to come up with some way to stop them. So, send in Tom Cruise. At least they didn't try and do the computer virus thing, like our technology is really going to be compatible with alien technology. At least they didn't do that. But somehow this time we were able to zap a little bit of the aliens' powers, and it was weird, but it made for a cool concept. Basically, the day would just restart, and like until he got it right, he would have to keep restarting the day over and over and over. And the only way to restart the day was to kill yourself or die accidentally, or kill yourself or die. But he would just keep starting over and over again. And that shit actually turned out to be pretty entertaining. It was funny, like just the different ways he would die, and sometimes he was training and trying to learn shit from the chick, and she would just have to kill him. It was fairly entertaining. The movie paced along very nicely. It was entertaining. The bullshitability factor of it, though, is how come it's always Tom Cruise that has to save the world? Like, we all know it's white man save the world movies, but how come it's always Tom Cruise, the only one that can figure out the situation and save the world? He's been in a lot of situations. It's crazy. The other bullshitability factors of this is that if he had the powers to reset the day and get the result that he wanted and stop the aliens, and the aliens knew that he had the power to do this, and they had the power too, how come the aliens didn't just reset the day and kill him before he got the power to reset the day? I know it's like weird. I've gone cross-eyed, but it should have been a shorter movie if the aliens was really that smart. Miscellaneous in it, it was another white man save the world movie, but hey, we walked into it knowing that, and it was entertaining. The pacing was good. There was humor in it. There was action. There was a hot, sexy chick, and shit blew up, and the movie ended. It was a wrap. There wasn't too much cheesiness at all in it, and I appreciate that from a summer movie. Alright? So, in all, I gotta give Edge of Tomorrow a good game. Live, die, repeat. That shit was entertaining, man. Good job, Tom Cruise. The other summer movie we're reviewing this week is 22 Jump Street. It was the sequel. Everybody was back as far as the acting and casting. Ice Cube was still the angry police chief. Channing Tatum was still the pretty dumb one, and Jonah Hill was the chubby fat smart guy. Everybody was back. Everybody was doing the same shit that they was doing in the first one. There were two new additions to this that actually made the movie. The chunky fat white chick, she was fucking hilarious in this movie, and the hottie who played Ice Cube's daughter. Plot, it was exactly the same plot as the first movie. Like it was to the T. In fact, they made fun of themselves on a consistent basis of, hey, we are doing the same shit that we just did again. What? But the fact that they kept making fun of themselves over it actually made it entertaining. It was like they didn't take themselves seriously in this at all. That was good shit. Bullshitability factor in this, as usual, were the stunts. There was just some ridiculous stunts going on with helicopters and guys hanging from it with one arm, and the fat dude jumping like almost across a building to get to the helicopter. Channing Tatum was Channing. The pretty white boy. He was a 30-year-old football player. Like, he was in college as a freshman as a 30-year-old football player. Nobody noticed that shit. First of all, he was head and shoulders above everybody else as far as being able to play the game. They was at some shitty city college. it was just the stunts were ridiculous in this. At one point, he was doing parkour in his full uniform, like shoulder pads and jumping down stairs. Shut up. Just shut up. He also just kept going in and out of games and practice just whenever he felt like. He was like, oh, well, it's halftime. I'm going to take this cell phone call and then try and go save my partner and then come back at the end of the game and run into the goalpost. It's going to be great. It's bullshit. Miscellaneous aspect, yes, it was a sequel, but they didn't take themselves seriously. They knew that this was the last. They were just making fun of themselves repeatedly, doing the same movie. Biggest thing for me is all the funny parts were not in the previews. Like, this movie was funny, and there was stupid funny. There was making fun of. It was just funny, and it wasn't in the previews. It was good. As stated before, the chunky white chick saved the movie though. Like, it did get a little repetitive, but her humor and her just, oh shit, that chick was hilarious in the movie. Like, the shit she was saying, the way she was making fun of them, awesome. The chick who played Ice Cube's daughter, cutie pie. Funniest thing in the movie was that Jonah Hill ended up fucking Ice Cube's daughter because she was in college and they didn't know, and that shit was comedy. That shit was just comedy. Lastly, as the credits rolled, they kept making fun of themselves with the stupid sequels. Like, they were just like, okay, we're going to do 23.5 Jump Street, and then they're going to Bible college, and 24 Jump Street, they're going to culinary school, and 26 Jump Street, they're learning to be astronauts. They did all these little promos, and that shit was fun. So we know it's going to be the last 22 Jump Street. That's good. Hey, y'all killed it with the first one. Y'all made y'all money, came back and killed it with the second one. Good shit. I'm not mad at y'all at all. Once again, I'm gonna give 22 Jump Street a good game. Alright, so we got 2 good games of these summer movies. Thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, the spoiler alert. Next week, we will be doing 2 sequels. We will be doing How to Train Your Dragon 2 and Think Like a Man 2. So, another doubleheader next week. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Watch Funny Fitness. Watch Real Talk Tuesday. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me in life. Alright? Deuces.